Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Young here, and today I'm back with another Fortnite video. And in today's video, I'm gonna give you guys some tips and tricks how to improve your accuracy and just overall how to have way better aim here in Fortnite. And for the gameplay in the background, day before season 10, I dropped a 21 kill game, so I decided I can't let this gameplay go to waste. It's a really good game, so I'm gonna be talking over this video and explaining how to have better aim here in Fortnite. And before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. If you guys want a chance to win some free V-Bucks, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on the video. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and also subscribe to my second channel. The link for that will be in the description or the pinned comment. Turn on my post notifications and as well comment down below your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account. And as well, if you guys would like to support me in the item shop, all you guys have to do is go over to the item shop, go down to support a creator, type in my code is Young Humor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator. I really do appreciate all you guys who do add me. And alright guys, let's go right to the video. Alright, so here in this gameplay, like I said at the beginning, I ended up dropping 21 kills. This was the game before Season 10 dropped, or the day before Season 10 dropped. So insane gameplay, I still had to post it. It was such a good game. I dropped 21, absolutely popped off and destroyed everyone in the lobby. So I wanted to be talking about in this video some different ways and some different techniques that I use when it comes to improving your accuracy in Fortnite, because I've had a lot of people ask me in the comments, how to improve your aim, what's the best way to improve your accuracy. So I have a few more tips in this video that I wanted to talk about that I think can really help you guys out a ton if you're looking to improve your accuracy and just overall just hit way more shots. So when it comes to the different weapons in Fortnite, I think it is very different. So you have assault rifles, you have shotguns, you have SMGs, also sniper rifles. So when it comes to hitting your shots and being more accurate, it is a little bit different depending on what gun you use, because hitting a shot with your assault rifle is way different than hitting a shot with your shotgun and versus, the SMG, the sniper rifle. I think it really comes down to different weapons as well. So when it comes down to accuracy, I think the best way to go about it is, if you're looking to improve your accuracy, find what gun it is that you want to improve your accuracy with. Maybe it could be shotguns. Maybe you feel like you're losing those close quarter combats because you're losing your shotgun battles, you're missing your shots. Could be with your assault rifle, you're missing longer range shots, SMG shots. Because I think it's a lot different, because I know I have a lot of friends too that are really good with a certain weapon. They're really good with the shotgun. They're really good with their assault rifle at range, but maybe they choke with their shotgun shots at close range. And I feel like a lot of you guys might have the same problem too. You might be really good aiming with one weapon, but when it comes to other weapons, you feel like your shots are way off, you can't really hit anything. So I think it's really important, if you want to improve your accuracy, to specifically focus on a certain type or certain group of weapons that you want to improve your accuracy for, whether it be assault rifles, shotguns, SMGs, or snipers, because I think that's really the first crucial step to improving your accuracy. And also another thing that I think is really important, and probably the most crucial thing in this video that I wanted to touch on, is when people shoot their gun or they go for shots, the biggest mistake that I see people make when it comes to hitting their shots, and because I feel like a lot of people, when they miss their shots, they do the same thing that I see even my friends do it, the people I've seen when they miss their shots. A lot of times it really comes down to just one simple thing, and that one simple thing is, I feel like people mostly are going to be rushing their shots. So for example, you're going into a gunfight and maybe the guy is right around the corner, maybe you get caught off guard and you have your shotgun out. You want to go for a shot, but you rush your shot, maybe you shoot too fast. Instead of properly lining up your shot, you just shoot away and hoping you got like a little flick shot, flick and pray kind of thing, and hoping that you hit your shot for max damage. And the majority of time it's not going to work. Sometimes if you have good enough accuracy, you could probably hit a few of those shots every so often. But I really understand when it comes down to it, because when you're in a gunfight, you have a player that's right in front of you, you have a guy that you're fighting. What's going to happen is, if you wait too long to try to line up your shot, it's basically because when you line up your shot, you are going to be standing still or close to still. You're not going to be moving around a whole lot. So when people are going to be going for shots on you, you don't want to stay still for an extended period of time. You want to be moving as much as possible. because otherwise you're gonna get shot. And like I said, if you're standing still, it makes it so much easier for the other player to hit you. It's so much more difficult to hit a moving target, and you can obviously see this is true when you're using the sniper rifle. If you have a guy that's standing still across the map, they're not really moving too much, it's super easy to hit your shot unless your accuracy is just super bad or you rush the shot. A lot of times if they're standing still, you're not going to miss your shot unless you completely blow the shot. So you're going to be hitting shots if they're standing still, but if they are moving, especially with the sniper rifle, this is going to be the most difficult shot to hit because they're moving around. You have to time the shot up. You have to also line up the direction they're going, how much bullet drop off. So there's a lot more that goes into it when it comes to the sniper rifles and aiming. And of course, it goes back to my first point. If you are moving, it's way more difficult for other people to hit you. But at the same time, it really doesn't serve you any good if you're moving around a lot, but you're missing all of your shots. I think it's more important if you play a little bit safer. You don't want to play too safe. You don't want to play into a point where you're basically standing still every single shot and taking your time lining up. But at the same time, I feel like people would benefit a lot more if when they go into gunfights, they take their time a little bit to line up their shot. You don't have to be over the top, super slow, maybe even Nick Merckx kind of thing. You have to, at a decent speed, just slow it down a little bit, and a lot of the times you're going to have way more or less trouble lining up your shot and also hitting your target more consistently, because no matter how fast you go for an edit play, no matter how good at flick shots you think you are, it's going to be way harder to hit your shot if you're kind of flicking and praying versus taking that extra half second or quarter second to line up your shot properly and being able to hit your shot. Because a lot of people kind of blindly shoot and they don't really take the time to actually really aim, or it doesn't really have to be aiming down your sights. It could be hip firing, just working on tracking. And I know there's a lot of aim courses out there that you can help track from those longer distances. You could probably just look up aim course on YouTube and you could probably find one that's really good. But the only thing I really don't like about the aim courses is when it comes to games, people move in such ways that it's so much different, especially if you're playing on PC where people can whip their mouse back and forth super quickly. The movement of that is going to be a lot harder to hit because it's going to be a lot more unpredictable versus if you're in creative in a map code. It's really predictable. I think it's more just kind of like getting the basics down. If you feel like your accuracy is really bad, maybe you can warm up with it. It could be very helpful, especially from range. But the thing is, when it comes to something like that, it's really not the best, because once you actually go into a game, people move all sort of directions. You have building, you have yourself. You're not going to be standing still tracking the other player. More than likely, you're going to be moving around, maybe going for a quick edit. Could be anything like that. So you're going to be moving around, the other person's going to be moving, they could be jumping, and there's just a lot more variables in the actual game. So I think those edit courses or aim courses can be really good, but it doesn't really serve you too much justice because in game, like I said, it's completely different. So you really just want to focus on in games practicing being a little bit slower lining up your shots, because you can practice being as slow as you want when it comes to tracking in creative mode, but when it comes to actual game and people are actually just really good players, you run against some sweats and they're jumping around being really crazy, it can be a lot harder to hit your shot. So you really just want to focus on trying to be a little bit more calm when going into your gunfights, and it's going to allow you to hit a lot more shots and be 10 times as much accurate. I can guarantee that. Especially when it comes to the shotgun, because when you're using your assault rifle, a lot of times it's going to be low pressure. Maybe you see a guy across the map, they're running, and you're trying to go for a few shots. But when you're using the shotgun, you're close range, you're in a build battle, it's going to be a lot more high intense. It's going to be definitely a lot harder because there's a lot more movement. The other player is going to be right in front of you. Maybe you get hit for 120 damage, 130 damage in the head while you're trying to build up. So there's a lot more variables, and in that case you really do have to go for quick shots, because you can't really spend too much time, because it also is kind of a risk. If you do spend a little bit more time aiming your shot, you do leave yourself a little bit more open. So if you have max HP, it's a lot easier versus if you have 20 or 30. So if you have 20 or 30, you better be going for some sort of flick, barely peeking, going for a quick shot, because otherwise if they tag you at all, you're gonna have no chance. So you really don't have a lot of time to line up your shot unless they're really low in HP. Then maybe, but you still want to be able to get that first shot off and do as much damage as possible. So it definitely is a little bit riskier when you take your time, but I feel like a lot of people just rush their shot too much, that it would just be overall way more beneficial to actually take the time to line up the shot. and I guarantee this is probably going to work out best for you, and definitely give it a try. Let me know if it works. And with that being said, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys liked it, make sure you guys do drop a like. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on my post notifications so you guys are notified for every single new video. And alright guys, I'll see you next video.